This is the corner of there was 7 bodies lying there of friends of us that they just executed.
I saw them go down over there together, and also my mind was there. What is happening?
About 100 people are living here in order to make sure this place is staying alive. Yeah, cleaning and ordering. And some of them are working in the printing house and in the. We call Beeri 99% of the time heaven and 1% hell.
Yeah, you hear families around and whatnot. It feels like very peaceful, is it? Like one of the reasons why people love it here, because it feels with the trees and the.
Yeah, but now you can see that you're starting to go to these houses were the oldest people houses. It's small houses for people without kids. But when they start, to move into a better world, there are people with a family. They started to live in this place. So they have, for example, my friends that she was working with me. She was my assistant, Efrat. She lived in this house with her family, her husband, and 2 little children. At her day, in the October 7th, we will go from the other direction. And she went from her house in the morning to be with her son that was with his grandparents in another house. She succeeded to go before everything happened, and the father stayed with the little daughter alone here. And the terrorists came inside the house and they burned the house, and they had no other choice but to go, maybe come back here. And so they burned the house and they didn't have any other choice. They understand that they don't have other choice. So here was a big thing, wooden pergola,
Like a porch.
yeah, a porch made from wood. And he went outside this window with his child in his hand into a burning porch, and he was burned in all his legs and hands and face. And they were hiding, I think, over there. They said near the washing machine, I think. They were staying here, and then they find a bicycle, and they start driving in pedaling in Beeri, and they saw many ferries on the way, and the child said him, "Tourists, tourists, tourists," and he was hiding from the tourists with his bicycle, and that's how they saved. They were saved. They went to these parents' house, and but only later on he was rescued and yeah, he was burned very badly. So as you can see, all these houses, one after another, was burned. We don't know why did they decide to burn.
What do you feel when you tell the story over and over?
Being technical, it's it's you have a shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you think about everything, it's so hard. You can't process a murder of 101 people that he is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's best that we don't tell anything because only last week They find here a hand grenade in some kind or one of the houses. Yeah. And a few weeks before, they find another hand grenade. So there are maybe munitions. Like this is the house of the two people that was buried today in Beeri. I mean, I'm not even. Yeah, I was in this house once. They did everything brutally. So that they built a place here for. Look at the name of the book, you know? ארבעה בתים וגעגוע. Of Eshkol Nevo. He was my lecturer once.
Where did you study?
I studied my first degree in מכללה אקדמית ספיר and the second in Jerusalem. So yeah, they made this place for the people.
So many bullet holes.
What?
So many bullet
Yes, because it was a very. They clean here everything. It was bloodier. Look how many people got. You can go in. You can see how many people got murdered here. Yeah. I wasn't here before. I mean, I was here before, but not when they did it. After they did it.
not many words to say.
So BT Rock and me, he was kidnapped and she came back on the settlement. And this is her husband, and we kidnapped separately from her, and he's still there. And we hope, want to believe that they saw him on in captivity, and we know that he was alive on the 50 something day, but we want to hope that he's still alive and that they will bring him back home as soon as possible. And this woman had a great taste. This house was a new house. Oh, this is the newest neighborhood in Beeri. She is an artist, but and you can see her everything, every detail was so important to her. Uh, the first bullet that came in, the daughters always tell the story, and the first bullet they came in the house was came come here to the oven. Yeah. And at the beginning, they were hiding in the safe room over here, but afterwards, I understand that they went out. I don't know the entire story, but you can see from the roof Gaza very clearly if you want to come.
Yeah.
If you stand here on the corner, you can see everything you can see here is Gaza. On the building over there is Gaza. There are many people in the safe room, as you can see. There are like almost more than 7 people. Four, this was 8 people. Yeah. And this was the house of Shoshan and Haran and Shalom Haran. And they had guests, her daughter, and grandsons, and the sister of Abshalom and her daughter. They were all here in the safe room, and the terrorists came with some kind of a bulldozer, and they tried to, like you see, they try to broken the window.
Yeah.
So they understand that there is nothing they can do, so they surrender. And when they surrendered, they killed Absalom. They murdered Absalom, and they kidnapped the rest. They kidnapped everybody. On the settlement, everybody was released from the captivity, but only Tal Shoham He left there. He was kidnapped separately from everybody else. He was not kidnapped with them, and we hope that he's alive, and we hope that they will release him very soon, because the his parents, his wife and his kids, not only that they were kidnapped, but they came back and they have to deal with their problems, and they still have to deal with him coming to bring him back home, their father. So the terrorists, they came from here and they stayed there. They broken the roof. They all the time they heard like crashing, tapping the house. This is their house. You can see this is the back side of the house. Here was our dining place, and was my father's TV room. How to say, man cave? Yeah. So that's what it was. So all this was burned and cracked, and the same on the other side, but the inside of the house was not say the same. I mean, they came in, they ate, they did what they do. So this is the other side. It looks the same. And there all the time, like from 7 in the morning until 8:45 at night,
Oh, so the same.
they were here in the safe room. I mean, it didn't look like this, obviously, but when they was rescued, as you can see, the door is even worse than our door. They don't have
The latch.
anything how to secure the handle. And the terrorists, one time they tried to open the door. My father and my brother was here as well. They held the door, and only one time they tried, not very much, so they couldn't open the door, and they didn't come to try even more than once. Uh, we think it was open. This is a stairs from the inside of the house. When you take this down, it's stairs.
It goes to the like inside of the roof.
Yeah. So they were staying in the attic, in the roof, the entire time, breaking things in order to make themselves a good spot. They fired RPG from the roof to everybody. That's why 4 people who was kidnapped from this house, and the one that are still in that is still in Gaza is Carmelat. That she was in captivity with the two old kids, Alma and Noam. She was with them. They were released, and she stayed there. So we knew that she was alive on day 50 something, but since then we know nothing. She's 40 years old woman. Yeah. And her mother was, when we walked through there, this corner, this is the part I didn't tell you, this is the corner of there was 7 bodies lying there of friends of us that they just executed.
Your house is here.
Yeah. So here was a house with a big garden, not the yes, but the and this is the second window up there. It's my neighbor's house where I had at the Schole, where we ran after we got from our now. Gil Bouillon, this one. He and his son was murdered separately, but he came here and he was killed in this corner. He was driving his bike and the terrorists were hiding and shot him. and Daniel Levy and Amit Mann, the paramedic and the doctor, uh, and the rest they were killed from the uh, hand grenades. They they threw many hand grenades inside. We wanted to live here because you're heading to the fields. There's nothing in front of you. So in there they killed this. They shot two two vehicles and they killed eight cops here. You can see the remains of they took almost everything, but there's some remaining of the vehicles, and then they put here some kind of a memory spot for them.